Hello students, now I am going to do the derivation of CR equations in Cartesian form. Along with that, I am going to give the introduction part of this complex variable 1. In a module 1 in the subject complex analysis, probability and statistical methods. So first, why we have to study this complex variable means it is very essential for mathematical background of engineers, physicians, physics and mathematicians and other scientists also. Many mathematical concepts could be clarified and unified with the help of this complex variable theory. The complex variable theory is used in finding the solutions of problems of heat flow, potential theory, fluid mechanics, electromagnetic theory, aerodynamics and elasticity and many other fields of science and engineering. We are going to use this complex variable only. Two-dimensional potential problems can be solved using this analytic functions only. This is what important application of this complex. Now we'll study about this complex variable z. Let z is equals to x plus iy, where x and y are real numbers and I is equals to square root of minus 1. Here I square is nothing but minus 1. This I term is there, that only we are going to call it as a complex number, where x is called real part of z and y is the imaginary part of z. So z bar is nothing but x minus iy is called complex conjugate of z. If y equals to f of z is a real valued function, then w equals to f of z is called function of a complex variable. Some important points to be remembered in a complex variable, that is e to the power ix can be written as cos x plus I into sin x. E to the power minus ix can be written as cos x minus I into sin x, and cos x can be written as in terms of exponential, means e to the power ix plus e to the power minus ix that divided by 2. Similarly, sin x can be written as e to the power ix minus e to the power minus ix that divided by 2i. And cos ix can be written as cos hyperbolic of x. Sin of ix can be written as I into sin hyperbolic of x. Similarly, cos hyperbolic of ix value is cos x and sin hyperbolic of ix is I into sin x. Cos hyperbolic of x can be written as e power x plus e power minus x that divided by 2. And sin hyperbolic of x can be written as e to the power x minus e to the power minus x that divided by 2. So some other important formula is there, even that also you have to remember. This is very useful while doing the problems. So De Morgan's theorem, cos theta plus I into sin theta that whole to the power n can be written as cos n theta plus I into sin n theta for all n belongs to R. Let z equals to x plus iy is complex number. Here x is r into cos theta and y is r into sin theta. You just substitute the value of x and y in the previous equation and you just take r as a common. That will become cos theta plus I into sin theta. So z equals to r into e to the power I theta. So z equals to x plus iy. This is in a Cartesian form. In a polar form, the value of z will be r into e to the power I theta. Now modulus of z is nothing but r, which is equals to square root of x square plus y square is called modulus of z, and theta equals to tan inverse of y by x is called amplitude or argument of z. So therefore the complex number is in Cartesian form as w is equals to f of z. So we are going to write that as u of x comma y plus I into v of x comma y. The complex number in polar form is also the same thing. W is equals to f of z equals to u plus iv only, whereas u and v are function of r and theta. So now we'll see the next basic definition, that is differentiability. So already you studied this basic definition, even though just I am giving the definition only here. A complex valued function f of z is said to be differentiable if f dash of z exists and is unique. That is, f dash of z can be written as dw by dz, which is equals to limit del z tends to 0 f of z plus del z minus f of z that divided by del z. This is what the basic definition of the differentiability. Now we'll see the next definition, analytic function. A complex valued function w is equals to f of z is said to be analytic at z equals to z naught if dw by dz, which is equals to f dash of z, exists and it is unique at z naught and also in the neighborhood of z naught. It means here the complex valued function w is equals to f of z is differentiable not only at some particular point, even neighborhood also the differentiability should exist as. That is what analytic function. Analytic function is also called as regular function or holomorphic function. This is what the basic definitions of this complex variable. Now we'll see the Cauchy-Riemann equation in Cartesian form. First we'll see the definition. It means statement w is equals to f of z is complex function given as w is equals to u of x comma y plus I into v of x comma y is analytic at any point z equals to x plus iy. Then there exist as four continuous first order derivatives dou u by dou x, dou u by dou y, dou v by dou x, dou v by dou y, and satisfies the equation ux equals to vy and vx equals to minus uy. This is what the statement of the Cauchy-Riemann equation in Cartesian form. Now we have to prove that all the four partial derivatives has to exist as along with that equation. Okay, clearly they given in the statement that f of z is analytic. It means it is that the differentiability is exists. It is derivable. So f dash of z is exists. F dash of z is nothing but what? Limit del z tends to 0 f of z plus del z minus f of z divided by del z. This is exists. If z is nothing but x plus iy, if you differentiate means del z will become del x plus I into del y. F of z means u of x comma y plus I into v of x comma y. Similarly, f of z plus del z can be defined as u of x plus del x comma y plus del y plus I into v of x plus del x comma y plus del y. Now you just consider that RHS part. So in place of that f of z plus del z minus f of z divided by del z, you just substitute. F of z means already you know u plus iv. That thing you just substitute. So and after substituting you just separate the real and imaginary part so that this equation can be written as u of x plus del x comma y plus del y minus u of x comma y divided by del x plus I into del y plus I into v of x plus del x comma y plus del y minus v of x comma y divided by del x plus I into del y. You just take the limit on both sides. We can write this equation as f dash of z, which is equals to limit del z tends to 0 f of z plus del z minus f of z divided by del z. It means that limit is existing. It is applicable both that are both the term. It means that real part and also that imaginary part. Now here two cases will arise. In a first case, if you put del y equals to 0 means del z value will become del x and del z tends to 0, that will become del x tends to 0. That changes you have to do in a previous equation so that f dash of z can be written in terms of partial derivatives. So with the help of the basic definition of partial derivatives, we can write this equation as f dash of z equals to dou u by dou x plus I into dou v by dou x. Take that as equation number 1. In a case 2, you just put del x equals to 0. So this implies del z equals to I into del y. So del z tends to 0 is nothing but I into del y tends to 0. We can ignore. It means del y tends to 0. That value if you substitute in a previous equation along with basic definition means f dash of z can be written as minus I into dou u by dou y plus dou v by dou y. Take this as equation number 2. So now you just go for equating equation 1 and 2. So real part and imaginary part if you equating means we are getting dou u by dou x equals to dou v by dou y and dou v by dou x equals to minus dou u by dou y. So now all four partial derivatives also exist along with that CR equations in terms of Cartesian form also we got it. This is what the required solution. Thank you.